Alrighty, Yu-Gi-Oh players, brand new cards, and this card over here is apparently OP. This person says that's broken, way too broken. I gotta kick it off with this card and the Malice archetype. So, I know it's been a while. We've been kind of busy on Diablo, but this is the brand new card that apparently is broken. It's called Mimighoul Charm. It is a continuous spell card. It's coming out in ROTA. Once per chain, during the main phase, if a Mimighoul monster your opponent controls is flipped face up, you can randomly choose one face down card in your opponent's extra deck, and if it's a monster, wait, what? One face down card in your opponent's extra deck. Aren't they all monsters? Unless it's, I guess, Pendulum, right? That can be special summoned. Special summoned to your field, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. Wow, that is crazy. If it wasn't or couldn't be special summoned, banish that card. You can only use the effect of Mimighoul Charm twice per turn. What? And it's a continuous. What? If a Mimighoul monster your opponent controls is flipped face up, so I guess it's kind of like Ghost Tricks, you'd have to kind of like flip the thing up. The fact that it's a continuous and it's like once per chain, you can do it twice. They either way it's a win for you, right? They either have their extra deck banished, or you just special summon something maybe busted. I mean, what do you guys think? Is this card the new broken card? I mean, yes, in the right circumstances, it's busted and you literally just win the game, right? It's kind of like, what is it, Waking the Dragon? Your opponent just goes, oh, well, see what happens, and you RNG something good. It's legitimately like game over. I don't really like these sort of cards. They're fun and they're creative. I like it for the sake of like the anime and like crazy conditions. But the fact that like you could just literally lose because like they just have this and then they just like get something randomly. It is one random card. But at the end of the day, that's the way it works, guys. What do you think of it? Do you guys think people are going to be main decking triple copies and just see what happens with it? I think that some people will try to do it, and like, yeah, it will steal games for sure. But then they with side decking against certain matchups, that a lot of the stuff could be special summoned that way. That's a pretty insane card. All right, next up, this is the new V-Jump promo, I believe, which I don't know how we're getting in the TCG because we don't have V-Jump promos anymore. Rip that idea. Anyways, this is a new Dragolitha Kunzite, which is a level 8 Earth, and it's something about the translucent dragon over here. I mean, there's the artwork on it. We don't know too much about it other than it looks like it's an Earth level 8. But if you guys want to speculate, what is it? Oh, it's a normal, it supports normal monsters. Oh, so it's Blue Eyes White Dragon support, maybe, because it says fantastic match with Blue Eyes. Okay, so it's probably Blue Eyes support. That emblem looks familiar. What is that emblem? It might be related to something else in the game. Anyways, next up we got a few other newer cards than we have due to the Malice archetype because I'm kind of slacking on it. Anyways, brand new cards coming out. Is this ROTA or what is this? When is this coming out? Oh, this is a different set. It's hard to see. It doesn't say. Anyways, we have a new card called the Apodrakosis Eternal Reoccurrence, which is a normal trap card. It says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is to special summon an Apodrakosis monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but return to the hand during the end phase, which you're going to use it for material, so it doesn't matter. You can banish this card from a graveyard, target an Apodrakosis continuous spell you control or in your graveyard or banishment, place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw a card. Okay, so you get to recycle stuff too. All right, now let's check out the Malice archetype. So kicking it right off, I believe this is the first one over here, and this is coming out, by the way, in DBCB. So Malice White Rabbit is going to be a level 3 Dark Cybers effect monster, 1200 attack, 300 defense points, and it says you can only use this card's effect first and third effect once per turn each. The first part is, if this card is normal or special, you get to set a Malice trap from your deck with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. Okay. And then the second part is you take no battle damage from battles involving Malice Link monsters that point to this card. Third part is if this card becomes banished, you can pay 300 life points to special summon it. Also, you can't special summon from the extract for this turn except for Link monsters. Okay. I mean, obviously, maybe you can run like D-Fissure or Macro in the deck, and then, I mean, being able to consistently set stuff can be pretty cool. And then, obviously, it has to be different from the ones in your grave. If they're banished, well, then you don't have a downside. So maybe that's what the point of the archetype is. Then we have the Cheshire Cat. So it looks like it's an Alice in Wonderland, clone here with Cheshire Cat, level 3, Dark Cybers effect, 15 attack, 300 defense points. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. First part is during your main phase, you banish a Malice card from your hand, then you can draw 2 cards. Second part is monsters destroyed by battle with a Malice Link monster that this card points to this card are banished instead of sent to the graveyard. Third part is if this card becomes banished, you're going to pay 300 life points to special summon. Also, you can't special summon from the extract for the rest of the turn except for Link monsters. Wow, okay. And then we got Apodrakosis. So 8 is a level 3 Dark Cybers effect, 900 attack, 300 defense. So you can only use the first and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is, during your main phase, you get to banish a Malice monster from your deck. Also, all Malice monsters you control gain 600 attack for the rest of the turn. Second part is, Malice Link monsters that this card probably points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then the third part is, if this card becomes banished, you pay 3 life points to special summon it. Also, you can't go for anything except for the rest of the turn except for Link monsters. And then we have Malice Q Red Ransom, or Red Ransom, I guess, which is a Link 3 Dark Cybers Link effect, 23 attack, and its Link zones are on the left and right and it's left, right, and then bottom. And then it requires 2 materials, including a Malice monster. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So this card is special summon. You get to add a Malice spell from your deck to your hand. Second part is, the original attack and defense of all effect monsters your opponent controls are swapped while this card points to a monster. Oh, so it's like Sword and Shield. That's an old card. And then the third part is, if this card becomes banished, you get to pay 900 life points to special summon it. Then you can banish a Cybers monster from your deck. Oh, you might be able to get a benefit off of that too. And then we have the Hearts of the Cryptor, which is a Link 3. It's got 2500 attack, and it's going to be a Dark Cybers. And its materials are 3 monsters, including a Malice monster. It says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of the effect has a quick effect. You can target one of your banished Malice monsters, Malice cards, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, banish 1 card in the field. Pretty solid effect as a quick effect. This effect and its activation cannot be negated if this card points to a monster. Okay, it's got pretty good zones. You can even target maybe one of your opponents. And then the second part is, if this card becomes banished, you get to pay 900 life points, special summon it, and if you do, its attack becomes doubled. Now, this one doesn't have that downside. Hold on, this card's actually pretty solid, considering it becomes doubled, and it's not even until like the end of the turn. It's just straight up 25 to 5,000. Okay. Next up, we have Malice in Underground, which is a continuous field spell. And it says that you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. When this card resolves, you can banish a Malice card from your hand, deck, or graveyard. The second part is, Malice Link monsters you control gain 3,000 attack, while you have 3 or more banished Malice traps with different names. Obviously, it works with the archetype. Third part is, if you control any Malice Link monsters, your opponent's monsters can only target them for attacks. Oh, so it protects all the small stuff. And then we have MTP07, or Malice Code, I think is the name. Normal trap card, says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. You can activate this card the turn it was set by banishing a face-up Malice monster you control. First part says, add Malice monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you control a Malice Link monster, you can banish 1 card on the field. That's a pretty solid card. Remember, you got to add this card immediately, and then you get to immediately use it by banishing a face-up Malice monster. And then maybe you get some other benefit off of that stuff. Next up, we have GWC. Well, the monster comes back anyways, right? Like all the monsters, it's like that's all like a once per turn, right? Well, it becomes banished. You just have to pay life points, right? The other one's 300 for it, but like the fact that one throws out this, you can banish 1, bring back the monster, and then you're good to go. Anyways, next up we have code TB11, right? This is the okay, we just went over 7. Okay, this is the banished one. Okay, now we have 6. So code 6 is, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. You can activate the same turn it was set by banishing a face-up Malice monster you control. Suppose summon a Malice monster from your graveyard or banishment. Then you control a Malice Link monster. You can gain life points equal to the summon monster's original attack. So you get 25 if it's a Link monster. Pretty good stuff indeed. As long as you control a Link. And then we have code 11, so it is a normal trap card that says you can activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. You can activate this card the turn was set by banishing face-up Malice monster you control. And then special summon a Malice monster from your deck, or if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, you can special summon a Malice Link monster from your extra deck instead. Wow. Okay, that's pretty insane. The summon monster can't attack or activate its effects this turn. Okay, so there's a downside, but I'm guessing if it's banished, can you then still activate its effect? Technically, it doesn't say the field, it says the effects, but anyways, next up we got reprints of Dot Scraper, Lupine, Topologic Zoroboros, Order of Darkness, Signet Backdoor, and Dimensional Fissure. But isn't D-Fissure still at like 1? I think is D-Fissure macro. It's been a while since I've seen those. See any play. Okay, so D-Fissure's at triple. Oh, is macro also 3 now? Okay, well, it shows you. I haven't seen those cards see play in a while. But what do you guys think of the Malice archetype, and what do you think of this new card? How busted or broken is it? I think it's pretty broken, but it's like randomly broken, you know? Depends on your matchup and what you hit. There's like 2 random variables here, but considering it still gives you a benefit, it's once per chain, you can just start banishing stuff. And there are some archetypes where there's only like maybe 1 or 2 copies of a card that they need for a stepping stone, and if you randomly hit those, it's a GG already. Not that anyone's playing like, you know, synchro decks anymore, but like you banish the right card, it's game over. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on the cards. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, subscribe to the bell so you don't miss out on more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards and, of course, gameplay of this card, because we're going to get it eventually, Kappa. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!